What's up everyone, it's me Takani here, back with a spectating video, this time with a little bit of a twist. On my last video, a guy called Trunk Jr. popped in the comment section and asked if I could review his gameplay. Of course, I had to say yes. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be spectating Trunk Jr. aka Pop Smoke in his Verdunk's journey. I've also left his YouTube link in the description below because he actually posts daily COD content. Make sure you give him a sub, after you've subbed here of course. If you like this style of content, or you want your own gameplay reviewed, let me know down in the comments below and we can sort something out. All I will say though is, try and make sure the recording quality is as high as possible. There were some times there it's a little bit difficult to review it, because the quality dipped a little bit, and it was in some crucial moments. Finally, don't forget you can catch my own gameplay on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Takani. We may actually start including some of this commentary stuff over on the Twitch channel, so if you want to live react with me, make sure you join. Now enough of me and let's hop right into the video. Alright, so first things first, if you are going to submit gameplay to me, make sure that you're including the first bit of the gameplay, like where you drop, because that is kind of cool, that's how I can figure out what kind of gameplay I'm looking to actually to watch. And also it's interesting to see how people handle the very start. So as we can see here, Pop Smoke has got 1 kill, but we don't know what happened. He might have gone to the AFK zone, might have hit a couple of people, might have got a lucky kill, but we don't know. So please, if you do submit gameplay, make sure you include all of it, because I want to review everything, absolutely everything. But here we have Pop Smoke just chilling around Gulag. Okay. See what he does. He has the bad side of the Gulag because he doesn't have a cover with the car. So that immediately puts him at a disadvantage. Unlucky with that stun when he didn't do anything for him. Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate that he's got the AK-47 as his Gulag gun. I mean, you win the Gulag how you win the Gulag. Fortunately, he wasn't hitting his shots as well as he potentially could have done, but it's difficult, especially when you have a gun like the AK-47, which does recoil a lot. It's very difficult to handle, especially when it's a basic gun. So kudos for him for winning his Gulag at least. Now we're heading back to Quarry to do a scavenger. Very good playing, especially if you're coming back from the Gulag. You want to make sure that you get that amount of cash back up. Try and get your load out. I didn't see roughly. I believe he's deep in the circle anyway, so he doesn't necessarily have to worry too much about circle pushing him. All he has to worry about is getting the scav. So he's marked people. He's marked some people that are fighting right now. Immediately gonna go push that. Getting shot from his left. Yeah. And these people are keen. This guy has no idea where Pop Smoke is. He saw him run into the bottom, so I don't understand why he's immediately run a different way. Maybe he assumed Pop Smoke had gone somewhere else. Okay, what I wouldn't have done is backed out of that door, crouched, without looking around. If someone was still sitting there, could have been. Okay, okay. Nice little drop shot there. Nice little drop shot there. I can respect that. But what I was saying is, if you're backing out of a doorway with your back facing outwards, you're lucky you didn't get smoked. Okay. There's some nice shots going on from Pop Smoke. I like to see that. This guy can clearly handle himself. Come on, get that cash. Get that cash. There you go. You got enough for a loadout.
Buy station identified.
That wouldn't have been the buy station I would have chosen, in all honesty. That one's a little bit more out in the open, and it's going further away from your scav. I mean, you don't necessarily have to finish your scav now that you've got enough money for a loadout, but it would be nice to get a little bit of extra cash so you can get this self-revive and a UAV, especially seeing as you don't have Gulag. But I would have gone for the one closer to your scav. But sitting on 3 kills, he's sitting pretty with 3 kills.
Movement. Moving.
We've got a car incoming. Incoming behind him.
Enemy vehicle.
Very good tactic. Is to... I completely forgot this guy's doing solo duos. Completely forgot about that. But it's a very good tactic that you ping vehicles. So then when they actually show up on the map and you can actually see, even when they've disappeared from the map, whether or not people have got out of them or not. So he's immediately picked up his Ghost class, rocking the very standard AMAX with, I believe that was the Merc grip, which is an interesting grip to put on the AMAX. I personally wouldn't have chose that. I normally run the Commando foregrip. That's personal preference.
Heading out.
You can see the 2 teams fighting. Going to take the long way round, which probably the better choice because it's got a bit more cover. Okay. Unfortunate that he didn't get the actual kill there. But he's taking the right approach here, getting the high ground, making sure he's not busting in guns blazing, but making sure he's actually surveying the situation first. The guy to his right is in the building. Okay. I personally didn't see that guy up top, so if that guy had had better shots, top smoke could have been dead there. Okay, so you know where 2 of them are. The 2 of them are still sitting in that building, and 2 of them are inside here. They're directly underneath you. Playing the patient game.
Gas is in. Marking new safe zone.
Playing this super cautiously, which is fair enough. Personally, I apologise if this is coming out as poor quality. I personally didn't see that guy, but that's because of textures and whatnot. But fair enough. Quick in and out. Personally, what I would have done in that scenario, I mean, he played it well. He played it really well. There's nothing that. I mean, you can have played it differently. What I would have done, I would have rotated back and gone through the building rather than stayed on top. I mean, how he played it worked as well. Getting some nice easy picks, especially when you're playing solos and duos. You want to make sure that if you are pushing teams, you're trying to pick them off one by one. So making sure that you are taking your time so the players are actually separated slightly, then you can get those easy picks. Rather than just being like, oh, I see 2 players, I'm going to try and take them on straight away. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with how he's playing right now. Playing nice and casual, nice and like cautious. You want to be playing like paranoid, but not to the point where you're too scared. You're too scared and you end up camping the entire time. Let's face it, the aim and game of a battle royale is yes to get the win, but also to get kills. He's probably 2nd floor in that little door to your left. Yep. So 2nd floor. Team running across. Nice beams. I'd mount up there. Okay. See, there's just little things that I would have done differently, because you saw the guy running across. I would have immediately mounted up, and if he'd have mounted up, he might have actually got that kill. Easy beams. Heard the guy playing and he took advantage, so good play on his part. Yep, drop the ammunition so then they can't, if they do come back from their gulag, they can't really steal that and put themselves at an advantage. You see a lot of the time, a lot of players are actually just throwing away stuff almost. And in battle royales, that may be seen as toxic, but that's the way to do it, right? You don't want to give players the advantage to have an ammunition box, have a cluster strike. So if you pick up those things and just use them, if you have something else that you could utilize, then by all means, go with that tactic. Then on 6 kills. Second circle. Second circle is, I believe it's closing. So what he needs to do right now is he needs to pull out his map and he needs to make sure he's looking at his early rotations, because where he's sitting right now is a lot of open spaces. So he needs to make sure that he's picking a place to move to where he's actually going to have some cover. Oh, nice. Nice. Nice little self-revive there. There you go. Interesting. So he has two ghost setups. One with primarily his SMG and one with his AR.
We got recon online.
So he's which is a good tactic to play. It means you're ghosted from the offset.
Moving.
There you go, Pip. Yeah. So what he's done here, which is how I would play these things, is you can see the guy is just by himself. He's got 2 to his left, but he's got that solo to his right. So I would always pick the solo over the duos, because that's going to be the easy pick. But he has to be aware that that team could third party, but getting some nice easy holds. Nice easy holds. I've got nothing bad to say about this guy right now. Which is actually kind of unusual, because normally in spectating videos I could be seen as just absolutely rinsing people. Directly above you. Yep, you can hear them. A nice little bait. Nice little bait there. Knew that the guy had just come back was going to go raise his mate, so he didn't have any armor, didn't have any guns. It's a nice easy kill, especially when you're running that Mac 10. And that guy, his teammate was probably sitting there like, help, help, come pick me up. Oh. Again, what I would have done, mounted up, and I wouldn't have necessarily shot that second guy straight away. I would have taken the time to reload. Nice. So that other player behind him wasn't part of his team. The one thing that is good about his gameplay is that he's always got cover. He's always, if he is pushing someone, always making sure that he's got at least half of his body behind some sort of cover. That way, if he needs to, he can easily dip back in and then reset the fight. Also, another thing which new players should take note of is the fact that he's not nice. Yeah, I've got some way to go though, dude. But what he does is, as soon as he takes an engagement, he doesn't just sit there and then continue to repeat that same angle over and over again. He's at least trying to move to a different angle, trying to move to a different place, just to keep the players guessing, which is exactly what you should be doing. You want to be re-peeking the same spots over and over again, because they're just going to hold that angle on you. And if you peek it slowly, then they're going to beat you. So how he's playing it is exactly right. Rocks. Okay. Was slightly concerned because rocks in Verdansk is a little bit of a touchy subject, because sometimes you can't, for some reason, mount them. We did ping a buy station
station
in military
identified.
base. Okay. So again, what he's doing right now is clearing out all of the buildings behind him, and making that, as I mentioned earlier, pinwheel rotation. So
Good to
he's
go.
following the edge of the gas round, rather than just going straight for his target. Iceman Isaac, he's clearly been watching his Iceman Isaac videos. Okay, so someone bought back in the buy station a little bit further on in military base. Now, is he going to go pick up a UAV here? Yeah,
We got
pop it straight
recon
away.
online.
There you go.
UAV entering the AO.
Okay, so two teams in military base. Oh, 3 teams in military base, if I'm not mistaken.
Relocating.
Who is he going to go for, though? He has pinged the guy in the hangar, moving towards the shooting range.
Relocating.
for resupply.
You hit the guy to the right. That's just unfortunate on the other dude's part. Like, Pop Smoke got a bit lucky there, not gonna lie. I mean, I heard the guy to the right, but if that was a semi-decent player, Pop Smoke would have been in trouble. But if you've noticed, every time he does get an engagement, that's very out in the open. He's drop shotting straight away,
Bounty
which
contacts
is
identified.
gives him the advantage if you can do it well. Just make sure that your
Moving
head's
here.
moving up and down, so it's not giving players an easy kill. Could be in for some extra dollar if he gets this bounty, which is in fact the most wanted as well. What is this guy doing? Oh no.
Find medical.
No. And GG's, there it is.
We'll be back to finish the job.
So in that instance, what happened was he decided to take a gunfight, and he was completely out in the open. That was the only time he had actually stayed out in the open, which ended up being his downfall. Maybe he didn't see the guy to the left. Maybe he thought it was still worth engaging, but in all honesty, he didn't have enough cover to save him. But GG's, like, what? How many kills was that in the end? Was that? Let me have a look. That was 12 kills. 12 kills in a solo duos game. So that is very commendable. In all honesty, dude, like you said to me, you said in your comment that you weren't necessarily a good player, but I mean, you can handle yourself. You can really handle yourself. Your shots are good. There was a little bit. I thought we were going to be in for a little bit of a ropey ride with the Gulag. Your positioning is exceedingly good, especially in a solo duos situation. You always want to make sure that positioning over everything. I don't have anything negative to really say. I mean, it was that slight indecision right at the end that cost you. But if you hadn't have pushed, then maybe if you would have gone up towards the actual circle and got a bit more height on them, because they clearly didn't know that you were behind them. The guy was crouch walking in the middle of the road. He thought it was a easy kill. But maybe if you had gone towards the circle, got that bit of extra height, you'd been able to have got both of them, and then swung around and got your bounty and most wanted, and then you'd have been rocking and rolling. But anyway, no, good on you, man. And if anyone else wants to send in their gameplay, I'm happy to review them. All I would say is make sure you include the start. Regardless of not if you die straight away and go to the Gulag, I want to see where you're dropping, what your thoughts are, what you're trying to get. Are you the type of player that will go for a bounty straight away? Are you the type of player that will go for a scav right away? It's always interesting to know that. And what I can't think of anything else. GG's, man. GG's. But yeah, if other people want to send me their stuff, comment down below with either a YouTube link or try and DM me. I don't know if you can DM on YouTube. Who knows? We can figure something out, and I'll review gameplay. Peace. Cheers for watching, guys.